Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 509 based on novel. So let's start. In the dim fortress void, countless light openings were suddenly torn out, and a trace of orange gold firefox, like the first light of dawn before dawn, came slowly with a pure power. The firefox spread, countless evil spirits and ghosts flew away, and a terrifying breath made countless horrifying roars completely permeated the entire fortress void. Is it an illusion? Seeing this scene suddenly appear in the void, Haoena's eyelids became heavy, and she closed her eyes slightly. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't open them. It seemed that she was slowly heading towards the abyss of death. Bang! The orange-gold firefox was as terrifying as a volcanic eruption, erupting with countless divine purification powers. The next moment, feeling the sacred fire fox in front of him, there was an unusually cold evil spirit on the face of the resentful emperor. When the voice of the resentful emperor just fell, 3 sharp breaths, like sharp knives unsheathed, a sharp murderous aura suddenly poured into the sky. Above the sky, the turbulent fluctuations at this time turned out to be abruptly receding the shocking demonic energy surrounding it. The 3 of them stepped on the void, their eyes gloomy and cold, and their eyes fixed on the resentful emperor in front of them. The evil god's energy clone has disappeared. This army has only this Red King rank. Yun's beautiful eyes stretched out, looking at the miserable appearance of the river of blood around the fortress, and looking at Haoena's body full of holes, she couldn't help but feel distressed. It's too much of a thing. Feeling the pure and majestic killing intent of Xiao Yan and the others, the emperor's expression changed grimly. Guru. Xiao Yan. At this moment, Bai Zi, who was dying behind him, looked at the 3 people who suddenly appeared in the sky, and couldn't help but take a deep breath and exclaimed, Xiao Yang, this guy is a powerful Red King outside the territory, and his strength is no trivial matter. In an instant, Yu Mingxian, who hugged Haoena tightly, gritted his teeth and hurriedly reprimanded. Yun, Yingying, take care of my senior sister. Yep. The 2 women nodded slightly, and then drifted away to Haoena's position little by little. With the existence of 2 women, Haoena's last breath can naturally be preserved. What a bunch of lingering guys. Suddenly, Xiao Yang's footsteps took a slight step forward, and the monstrous sacred aura was like a rolling river, and it suddenly tilted down from the sky. Boom! The arrival of the divine aura actually made the countless strong men of this evil army feel depressed. Dragon Claw. Xiao Yang's eyes were full of endless anger, and he looked indifferently at the resentful emperor who was full of madness in the distance. He slowly raised his hands. The power of the dragon god transformation started to operate, and a dazzling blue halo emerged from his body. An angry dragon roar resounded through the sky, rising from the sky. Want to obliterate this emperor? Where is it so easy? Looking at Xiao Yang's murderous offensive, the resentful emperor did not have any fear, because from the beginning to the end, the 3 of Xiao Yang did not accurately reveal their strengths. Looking at Xiao Yang on the sky who was preparing to fight the resentful emperor to the death, the eyes of Bai Zi and the others were particularly gloomy. They knew the tyranny of the resentful emperor's strength, and Xiao Yang acted like this. Don't worry, a mere Red King can't bear his anger. After Mu Yingying finished speaking, the pure power in her body slowly passed out, and a little moisturizing seriously injured Haoena who was in a dying state. The strength of the 2 women was enough to pull them back from the dead door. Sister. Seeing Haoena slowly opening her eyes, her skin and posture returning to normal, except for her extremely weak qi and blood, she didn't feel any discomfort. Mu Yingying and Yun spoke quietly, their voices filled with a reassuring look. The Wraith Demon bite. The tragic roar of the silent creature emerged, and a monstrous black light burst out from the body of the resentful emperor, turning into a black shield of light that covered the entire fortress space in an instant. The terrifying evil spirit spread out, making the hearts of the remaining people become heavier. Such a tyrannical attack is not something they can resist. At this moment, the eyes of countless people are slowly staring at the thin figure above the sky. The cyan halo is beating like thunder. Bring it on. Looking at the monstrous aura contained in the black light shield, the demon bloodline in Xiao Yang's body produced a very greedy agitation. Immediately, Xiao Yang slowly raised his palm, and the blue dragon shadow hid on it. The cyan dragon claws emerged. Ha ha ha. Ignorant human beings, fall under the hands of this emperor. The resentful emperor's mouth was hideous, and he laughed wildly, only to see the black light shield shrink in an instant, and countless demonic energy swept out like a world-destroying storm. Immediately, the entire void, the earth began to tremble, cracks continued to pour out, and even the void was devoured by the storm, and a sense of fear and anxiety descended on the hearts of the powerhouses who belonged to Soul Eater. You shouldn't do anything to the people I cherish. In the face of the resentful emperor's powerful blow, Xiao Yang, who was originally calm, suddenly cracked the corners of his mouth and roared like a true lunatic. He raised his palm, a dazzling blue halo surged, and 100 Zhong-sized tyrannical dragon shadow quickly swept out, which actually contained a murderous aura that rivaled the sky. Crack! The cyan dragon claws were slightly twisted, and immediately carrying a mighty and terrifying energy, they quietly waved towards the void of the position of the resentful emperor. The demonic energy rolled, and countless demonic faces and resentful spirits flew, but they were unable to resist the cyan dragon claws. The dragon claws waved, easily breaking the black light shield and shattering away. No! Impossible! Seeing that his strongest blow was so easily destroyed in Xiao Yang's hands, the emperor's face suddenly trembled. Endless fire territory, Xiao Yang. The dragon roar resounded, the cyan halo flourished, and all the demonic energy in the whole world was purified and defeated little by little. 5. Fifth Order. At this moment, the many strong men guarding the fortress were shocked and could not help but fill their eyes with blood. Sister, are you all right? It was easy to completely obliterate the resentful emperor and the evil army, and Xiao Yang immediately walked up to Yu Mingxian and Hao Enaya with a smile on his face, grinning. It seems that the claws of the dragon **** that destroyed the sky and the earth just now were only used by the latter easily, but now he is like an ordinary person, facing his senior sister, showing the most simple smile. You guy. Hao Nia's beautiful eyes opened slightly looking at Xiao Yang who was smiling in front of him, his heart also relaxed slightly. There may be some problems at headquarters. After a while, Hao Enaya forcibly supported her severely injured body and said solemnly, Ying, leave the spatial coordinates here to meet the people we scattered into the ghost world and let them guard the fortress. Let's go to Soul Eater headquarters first. Xiao Yang chatted with Du, and distributed several high-level medicinal pills here. Du did not hesitate to spend a huge amount of fighting force to lay a net here. The strength of this guy is really becoming more and more fascinating. Seeing Xiao Yang and the three of them dashing and swept away at the Soul Eater domain headquarters, many high-level executives who recognized Xiao Yang made a sound at the same time, and their voices all contained a touch of extreme envy and respect. Xiao Yang, wait a minute, it seems that some restrictions have been set here. The distance between the fortress and the headquarters is only 100 miles. For Xiao Yang and the three now, it is only a few minutes, but now half an hour has passed, the bodies of Xiao Yang and the three have been entrenched in the void. The thoughtful Yun's beautiful eyes stretched out, clearly aware of something. It seems that this space is isolated by some powerful force, as if someone is restraining and covering up something. It seems that no matter how fast they speed up, the distance from the headquarters is still as far away as ever, as if caught in some kind of endless cycle of time. Blindfolding. Crack. Hearing Yun's cold voice, an invisible energy ripple spread out from Xiao Yang's body. In an instant, countless mirrors were suddenly broken in the space, and I saw that the entire originally clear sky was covered with endless thick magic energy. That picture of 1,000 miles of clear sky was actually just a blindfold. The real path to Soul Eater domain has already been covered with countless evil and extremely evil breaths at this time. The headquarters is in danger. The three of them looked at each other and looked at the center covered by black smoke, where there was a faint smear of terrifying light infiltrating, and the terrifying fluctuations contained in it were definitely not something that could be solved by the powerhouse of Soul Eater. There is the headquarters of Soul Eater. Go. In Xiao Yang's eyes, there was a lifeless killing intent, and the brilliant flames all over his body turned into an angry dragon, circling, an indescribable anger and coercion of heaven and earth, like a storm coming, all over the world. On the other side, Soul Eater headquarters. The Soul Eater headquarters, which was originally a gathering of strong people and full of talents, is now a little bit of talent withered. Even in the entire headquarters, there is no anger. The magnificent palace, completely imprisoned. Even some creatures walking in the hall are full of an extreme evil aura. These guys are no longer normal humans. The entire headquarters was imprisoned like a prison. In the center of the hall, there are several figures standing. One of them is a fierce woman with a spider pattern on the center of her eyebrows, and several powerful men with fierce eyes are standing above the hall. The breath of the remaining people in the hall was suppressed to the extreme. Fang Yanghao, why lead them to make these stupid decisions? Follow us, and what awaits you is inexhaustible wealth and power. The woman sat on the stone seat in the main hall, her beautiful eyes flickering slightly, and a terrifying power that was enough to easily drown everyone turned into waves of energy ripples, entrenched in the main hall. Looking at the entire hall, except for the stairs above the hall, the lower part was actually eroded by some evil power, and 100-jong abyss was cut out abruptly. In the abyss, snakes, worms, rats, ants, and various hundred-legged snakes and scorpions flocked in an endless stream, and at the bottom of the abyss, there were several figures with scars all over their bodies. Yang Luo, the fifth hall of the Xiao family. Xiao Mu, who belongs to Soul Eater realm. This time, I have really gained a lot. But you don't have to waste your energy in vain. The evil realm in this seat is extremely evil. With your strength alone, you can't completely break through. Seemingly aware of the resistance of everyone in the abyss, the woman in the stone seat smiled lightly. Senior, is there nothing I can do? In the abyss, the black chi was like rolling molten lava, exuding extremely evil power. Under the prestige of this power, even Fang Yonghao's face became ugly. Now, I can only pin my hopes on the Dragon Blood Emperor. The first two Yang Luo Xiao Yuan spoke with regret. After the Demon Emperor rescued them, they quietly hid in the ghost realm to cultivate their health. With the attack of the evil clan outside the realm, the 10 temple yamas were also scattered in the Soul Eater realm and the Li Soul realm, each with a 55% opening. The second Yang Luo Xiao Yuan, the quasi-fivefold reincarnation level strength, led a total of 5 Yang Luos, including 10, 9, 8, and 7, to stay in the Soul Eater domain. In addition, Xiao Mu, the Dragon Blood Emperor, who suddenly emerged from the Void Channel, gathering these powers would not be able to show any prestige to the demigod in front of him. Half-evil god, evil spider. The fivefold reincarnation level peak strength, and there are 2 4-level reincarnation level peak Red King powerhouses behind him. The Fortress Crisis, Fang Yonghao, as the new master of Soul Eater domain, sits at the headquarters, and wants to send troops to save the fortress several times, but for some reason, he was secretly attacked by the army led by the half-evil god, and they were caught off guard. Now the entire Soul Eater headquarters has fallen into their hands. Even Fang Yonghao himself didn't know. Why did they know about the second passage leading to the headquarters of Soul Eater? Everyone, are you still doing useless work? If you swallow this pill, you won't die. Otherwise, these snakes, worms, rats and ants under my command have coveted the power in you for a long time. Chirp, chirp. The evil spider demon sneered, and in the abyss, there was a harsh sound of countless evil creatures biting and rubbing. The dark shadow of the half-evil ***** stepped into the sky, with demonic energy all over his body, and around him, there were several powerful auras, dormant here together. There is indeed a last chance, but you have lost the Soul Eater talisman, and you can no longer ignore her evil power. If you insist, the price is too high, you will die without a place to be buried. Yang Luo, Xiao Yuan, Xiao Mu, and the others looked at each other and couldn't help admiring Fang Yonghao's courage. Then start with you. The evil spider demon looked at the group of stubborn guys in the abyss below, and immediately sneered. If it wasn't for the heretic god's order not to indiscriminately kill innocent people, I'm afraid they would have already become the souls of their subordinates. Snakes, worms, ants emerged from the abyss together, and a pair of cold and greedy eyes locked onto Fang Yonghao's body. Pub Future ads. Boys, your lunch is here. The sound of the evil spider and demon spider just fell, and countless creatures swarmed, directly filling Fang Yonghao's entire body. Crawling on 100 feet, the snake body and scorpion tail touched, Fang Yonghao's body contracted and trembled, forcibly enduring the heart-piercing double torture. Wu! Shenmu Tianji. In an instant, under Fang Yonghao's inhuman torture, a green light shot up into the sky below the entire abyss. Then it turned into a celestial tree with a size of 10,000 zhong. On the divine tree, wisps of ancient and pure green light were spread, slowly moisturizing and sheltering everyone in the abyss. Fang Domain Lord. After a while, Xiao Yuan and the others looked at the abyss, who was being devoured by countless silkworms, rats and ants, and roared angrily in their heart. The divine tree spread, and the monstrous pure aura turned into a green light curtain, easily resisting the gloomy demonic energy in the hall. Do you think a mere top-level immortal technique is enough to protect you? Wonderful. The evil spider and demon spider watched this scene, and raised its sharp fingers quietly, and countless demonized snakes, insects, rats and ants swarmed around, and the sharp teeth seemed to be able to tear apart the void in an instant. Bite away. You go. Looking at this scene, Fang Yonghao's body suddenly became strange, and immediately turned into a black crescent black hole, roaring up. That's some power left over from the Soul Eater talisman. By now. The bite of the snake, worm, rat and ant completely tormented Fang Yonghao's last nerve. When he clenched his teeth, the black hole was destroyed, turning into a whirlpool of black holes, which was about to explode. The bites of those snakes, worms, rats and ants invaded the soul and penetrated into the limbs and bones. Even with the latter's firmness of heart, it was unbearable and completely fell. A touch of scorching energy continued to spread, and the deafening wave of destruction slowly spread out from the hall. It turned out that the entire world was filled with an unprecedented crisis. Wu! Shunmu Tianji. In an instant, under Fang Yonghao's inhuman torment, he delayed enough time for the brewing and gathering of everyone's power. Below the entire abyss, a green light shot up into the sky. Then it turned into a celestial tree with a size of 10,000 zhong. Above the divine tree, there are wisps of ancient pure green light, slowly moisturizing and sheltering everyone in the abyss. Fang Domain Lord. After a while, Xiao Yuan and the others also looked at the abyss, the figure who poured into the devil's torment in order to delay and buy time. Fang Yonghao's entire body has been devoured by countless silkworms, rats, and ants. Anyone who sees such a terrifying scene will feel heartbroken, and they can't help but roar in anger in their heart. The divine tree spread, and the monstrous pure aura turned into a green light curtain, which easily resisted the gloomy demonic energy in the hall and sheltered the bodies of everyone. Do you think a mere top-level immortal technique is enough to protect you? Wonderful. The evil spider and demon spider watched this scene, and raised its sharp fingers quietly, and countless demonized snakes, insects, rats and ants swarmed around, and the sharp teeth seemed to be able to tear apart the void in an instant. Bite away. You go. Watching this scene, Fang Yonghao's body instantly became weird, and the flesh and blood of the corpse became blurred together. Immediately, the whole body swelled slightly, turning into a pitch-black meniscus black hole, roaring up. That's some power left over from the Soul Eater talisman. By now, the bite of the snake, worm, rat and ant completely tortured Fang Yonghao's last nerve. When he gritted his teeth, the black hole was destroyed, turning into a whirlpool of black holes, which was about to explode. The bites of those snakes, worms, rats and ants invaded the soul and penetrated into the limbs and bones. Even with the latter's firm heart, it was unbearable and seemed to be about to fall completely. A touch of scorching energy continued to spread, and the deafening wave of destruction slowly spread out from the hall. It turned out that the entire world was filled with an unprecedented crisis. Courageous. It's a pity that this seat will not let you fall so easily. Crack. Seeing Fang Yonghao's attempt to exchange his self-destruction for hope of escape, the evil spider raised his slender fingers and squeezed it lightly. Countless evil creatures flashed out of the abyss, and then filled Fang Yonghao's body with a rolling evil reincarnation breath. The body was occupied by numerous densely packed snakes, insects, rats, and ants. Even the black hole vortex dissipated in an instant, and bloodshot streaks spread out. Fang Yonghao's breath fell into a state of wilting and dying. Drag me down. The evil spider demon voice sounded again. Fang Yonghao's body was dragged directly into the abyss, countless creatures surging. It turned out to be bit by bit biting the flesh and soul of the latter. This bastard. Go. Seeing such a shocking scene, Yang Luo, Xiao Yuan and Xiao Mu all waited. The corners of their eyes slowly became moist, and the power of reincarnation within the body rose rapidly, shining like a moon's brilliance. With the huge purifying power of the divine tree, it turned out to be vaguely resisting the countless demonic energy present. Lord, Master. After a long time, Fang Yonghao's body gushed out again, but his eyes seemed to penetrate through the layers of the void, directly locking on the evil spider, and respectfully opened his mouth. You're going to die. At this moment, Yang Luo Xiao Yuan took a deep breath and roared coldly. Fang Yonghao, this group of ants will be handed over to you. As if thinking of something interesting, the evil demonic spider exclaimed, and immediately crouched quietly on the stone seat with several other kings, waiting for the next good show. Yes. Master. Fang Yonghao heard the words, a biting chill flashed across his scarlet eyes, and a thick evil energy spread out from his body, suddenly entangled in the many strong people in front of him. His strength was originally only 3 sublime reincarnation rank, but now after being demonized, he has soared to the peak of the 4th reincarnation rank. On the other hand, the journey of Xiao Yang and the 3 was not smooth. They still encountered many powerful monsters along the way. In order not to disturb the army outside the territory, they could only be broken and handled carefully, which was still a waste of time. Walk faster. To obliterate a king-ranked strongman again, Xiao Yang did not use the power of holy flame in order not to scare the snake, but the corners of his eyes kept beating, as if something bad was about to happen. Xiao Yang. On the ground of the soul-devouring domain headquarters in front, there is a figure fleeing rapidly. Mu Yingying looked into the distance with her beautiful eyes, but she was keenly aware of something. Rinse. Xiao Yang's body moved instantly, and he rushed over easily. Dragon Blood Emperor, he still behaves like this when he is about to die. If you don't submit to our territory, then you will die. A viscous and smelly demonic energy rolled around, and it turned out to be chasing and killing a middle-aged man covered in scars. Crack. A gust of wind blew, and before the king-rank powerhouse could react, he completely turned into powder, dissipated in the air, and disappear. This is Senior Dragon Blood Martial Emperor. After finishing this scene, Xiao Yang glanced at the figure in front of him. Zaidu raised his head to look at the main hall of soul-devouring domain headquarters, which had been eroded by countless demonic energy. He couldn't help feeling a piercing pain in his heart. The Dragon Blood Emperor was naturally the descendant of the dragon clan he met in the Ice and Fire Island, and he had given him a lot of help, so Xiao Yang was very impressed. Xiao Yang, the big thing is bad. Soul Eater Domain has been completely occupied by foreign troops. Even some figures in the headquarters are now controlled by foreign countries and become part of them. The Dragon Blood Emperor repeatedly confirmed that the figure in front of him was Xiao Yang, and his burly body was actually sitting directly on the ground, saying sadly, "Take me to. This time, they must die." Xiao Yang heard the words, there was a majestic killing intent in his eyes, and he let out a heavy sigh of relief before roaring. This time, no matter who attacks Soul Eater Domain, he must die. This matter is of great importance, and I absolutely cannot let you die in vain. The Dragon Blood Emperor shook his head, his eyes firm. Tear off. This is something that His Majesty the Golden Dragon King asked me to give you is very important. We originally came from the Dragon Clan, but we were intercepted by outsiders halfway and had to enter here. The next moment, the Dragon Blood Emperor actually tore his arm directly, and in the meridians, abruptly, countless golden blood luster gushed out, and immediately turned into a golden dragon shadow in front of him. At the moment when this golden dragon shadow appeared, the dragon transformation in Xiao Yang's body, including the power of the Baxia Dragon King, became quiet together. It seems that there is a touch of divine power in the golden dragon shadow in front of him, which makes him terrified. What's more, the blood of the Xiao family and the blood of the demons in Xiao Yang's body have become quiet, as if the golden blood contained in the golden dragon shadow has boundless divine power. My current strength is enough to solve the crisis in front of me. Senior, please lead the way. Quietly accepting the golden dragon shadow, Xiao Yang spoke again, feeling the tyrannical bloodline power that was above everything else. Xiao Yang knew very well that the golden dragon shadow contained the dragon blood of the golden dragon king. Xiao Mu and the Dragon Blood Emperor came to give it to him. Because of the follow-up of the dragon god transformation, only the dragon blood of one of the 9 dragon kings can continue to practice. This kind of thing must also be because the third holy flame fell in the hands of Xiao Yang, which alarmed the strong men of the golden dragon king. Go this way. Listening to Xiao Yang's arrogant voice, the Dragon Blood Emperor was not good at making a twist, his body surging, and the 4 of them swept straight towards the headquarters of Soul Eater. The speed was very fast, and it poured into the core hall of Soul Eater headquarters in almost the blink of an eye. Guru, this. In the hall, countless blood-stained demonic energy was entangled, and with Xiao Yang's huge soul power, he was able to detect some vague pictures left behind. Those information and incomplete memories all indicate that there have been scenes of thrilling and terrifying battles here. There are traces of something. The 4 of them walked together. This quiet building in the sky was too dead. On some grounds there were poisonous venom, spiderwebs, etc. slowly emerging. It's here. This is the main hall of the headquarters. When I escorted the dragon's blood away, it was the domain master who gave me the soul-devouring talisman so that I could avoid this violent evil toxin. The hall in front of me was filled with thick, pitch-black poison, and a depressing aura of death surrounded my heart, making me feel depressed. Squeak. Xiao Yang gently pushed open the door, and a breath of dust that had been covered in dust for several years gushed out. But now in the entire hall, there is nothing, not even any living thing. In the hall, one after another silver-white spiderwebs completely divided the entire hall, and above the spiderwebs, white cocoons of dozens of meters in size floated quietly on it. How about Fang Yu and Xiao Yuan? Looking at this situation, Emperor Longshue's expression changed drastically. In this worm cocoon, there is a breath of life. Xiao Yang looked around, then raised his head and stared at the top of the main hall, where there is a mass of air flickering with endless dim light slowly shaking. Why show off the mystery? Come on out. When Xiao Yang and the others poured into the core of the headquarters as if they were no one, in the empty hall, Xiao Yang stared directly at the evil air group and said. As Xiao Yang's voice fell, the doors of the entire hall slowly closed, and there was actually a terrifying magical sound that shook the heart and gathered from all directions. Xiao Yang. The demonic smoke lingered, and after a while, a voice of astonishment suddenly came out from the evil air mass. It seemed that Xiao Yang was very surprised to appear here. The mere half-evil dares to try to annex the soul-devouring domain, and he is not too timid. Xiao Yang's eyes were indifferent, he spoke coldly, and there was no warmth in his voice. It's not the Lord of Soul Eater. Interesting. It's really fun. Under the astonished gazes of Xiao Yang and the others, the evil black mist surged right above the hall, falling on the stone pedestal little by little. Among them, a strange woman, surrounded by poisonous black mist, stepped out. When his eyes fixed on Xiao Yang and the two women beside him, the woman's originally calm face became a little bit hideous, and a frenzied smile appeared, which was prohibitive. What about the rest? Xiao Yang's eyes were directly locked on the evil spider, and his anger burst into the sky. Even if the strength of the latter cannot be underestimated, Xiao Yang, who is now in a state of anger, is not something that a half-evil can resist. Other people? Aren't they by your side? Being questioned by Xiao Yang like this, an unusual smile appeared on the face of the evil spider demon spider. Snapped. Just after the evil spider demon spider finished speaking, he patted his palm lightly, and in the entire hall, the cocoon of Grandma's dormant on the spider web suddenly shook violently. This breath, not quite right. The Dragon Blood Emperor, Yun Yun and Mu Yingying frowned and looked slightly at the cocoon on the spider web, but their hearts were suddenly shocked. Grumble. The cocoon fell off, and then a crack filled it, like evaporation and melting, slowly revealing the creatures in it. 5 people in the Yama of the 10 halls of the Xiao clan? Senior brother Fang, senior Xiao Mu? In an instant, seeing these figures slowly falling out of the cocoon, Xiao Yang's heart shrank violently, and an indescribable bloodshot roared in his eyes. Xiao Yang, don't go there. This is a conspiracy, their breath is not right. Seeing Xiao Yang suddenly facing these figures, a cold shout resounded like thunder. Xiao Yang, come here. Xiao Mu and the others raised their mouths slightly, and waved their hands to greet Xiao Yang, like an old friend whom they hadn't seen in a long time. It's fine, that's great. There were wet tears in the corners of Xiao Yang's eyes, and he walked towards the latter gently as if he was absent-minded. Hateful. Seeing Xiao Yang's move, Mu Yingying and Yun Yun trembled, and bursts of sacred flame energy burst out. At the same time, the people who fell out of the cocoon raised their palms, and the thick demonic energy was like a death-threatening light, and they smashed towards Xiao Yang who was close at hand in front of her. The 7 people's attack was extremely tyrannical, and because the distance was too close, such a terrifying attack, even if it really hit Xiao Yang, I am afraid it would cause extremely heavy scars to the latter. Are you really willing to start? They are all your relatives and friends, the guardians of the Xiao clan. The evil spider demon spider's face was slightly gloomy, and he looked at Xiao Yang with a half-smile, but instead, he expected Xiao Yang's actions. Everyone, offended. As soon as Xiao Yang gritted his teeth, the enormous power of his soul was vented out like a billowing Yangtze River, with a sound of everyone's bodies were actually tied up. No matter how they struggled and roared, they couldn't break free from this soul bondage. Xiao Yang knew that their actions were not normal, but that's why he used his soul power to protect them. As long as they shelter their life souls and other forces, Xiao Yang can fight with confidence and obliterate the half-evil god. This is the reason why Xiao Yang knew it was a conspiracy and deliberately fell for it. Next, let's figure out the account between us. The Great Thousand Worlds and the evil races outside the territory. In other words, the hatred and grievance between Soul Eater Domain and your 7th heretic god army. Xiao Yang's voice exploded, like a furious lion, slowly shaking the entire hall. Demonized. Controlled. Seeing the demented appearance of many figures in front of him, the eyes of Emperor Longxue Wu were shocked. It seems that not long ago, all of you just tried your best to yourself out. As expected of the Lord of the Endless Fire territory, you can't hide such tricks from your eyes. But let me tell you in advance. They only have one day. After one day, their souls, reincarnation marks, etc. will all be completely swallowed up. Even if the 7-layer reincarnation level powerhouse takes action, I am afraid they will be powerless. And at that time, they will completely become a member of the army of allegiance to our foreign evil race. Seeing Xiao Yang's sharp move, There was a faint smile on the evil demon spider's cheek, as if it was deliberately provoking Xiao Yang. I have to say, you are the most courageous half-evil I have encountered since I advanced to the 5th reincarnation rank. The magic power at the peak of the 5th reincarnation is indeed tyrannical, but... Holy flame radiance! Xiao Yang was furious, his eyes were filled with the wrath of destroying the world, and the orange-gold holy flames were released, forming a dazzling halo, like a sea of holy flames, where the spread, the demonic energy was annihilated. What about the half-evil god? What about the peak magic power of the 5th layer reincarnation? Under the brilliance of his own holy flame, it can only be dimmed. The master of the holy flame really lives up to its reputation. But this time, even you will not escape bad luck. Ha ha ha. Facing Xiao Yang's arrogant attitude, the evil demon spider smiled slightly, but behind it, a spider egg suddenly appeared out of thin air, and a strange halo flashed in the white egg, as if there was a strange halo. An extremely pure power is beating slowly. Pure heart? At this moment, the two women behind them exclaimed in unison. A touch of unprecedented crisis, like a 10,000-pound mountain, is pressing on everyone's heart. Crack. The eggs were surging, and a young woman with 4 gods and no masters came out of it. The young woman did not have any power fluctuations, but it made Xiao Yang, Yun, and Mu Yingying 3 holy flame controllers feel uneasy. Thanks to His Majesty the 5th evil god for telling. The news that you devoured the 3rd holy flame is known to everyone outside my domain. The one in front of you is the strongest pure heart cultivated by our foreign evil race with countless efforts. The pure power in her body is enough to make you completely defeated. Ha ha ha. The evil spider smiled, and the smile was so crazy. As soon as the voice fell, the young woman beside the evil spider turned out to be blurred. She quietly moved her jade hand and peeled off her clothes little by little. The perfect skin like suet and white jade outlines an enviable and graceful curve, but on that trace, on the delicate body, it is actually full of ancient and pure milky white lines. At this point, the latter suddenly turned into a beam of pure white light, touching the pure lines, and quickly slaughtered Xiao Yang away. Bang! The woman with nothing came to Xiao Yang's side, spread her arms and embraced Xiao Yang in her arms. The lines surged, and it turned out to instantly suppress the holy flame power in Xiao Yang's body. Xiao Yang only felt that his heart was quiet for a while, but the fire of the holy flame became completely quiet at this time. It seemed that no matter what kind of power Xiao Yang used to call, it would be of no avail. Pure heart, isn't it only able to suppress the holy flame ranked 5th in the holy flame list? The holy flame on Xiao Yang's body is the 3rd highest. How could this be? Seeing the strange scene in front of her, Mu Yingying couldn't help but clenched her silver teeth. The birth of a pure heart must be practiced by a pure and kind-hearted woman with a special cultivation method. This thing, I am afraid that it has been specially improved by the evil clan, and Xiao Yang has 7 kinds of holy flames, and there are 6 kinds of holy flames in the 5th place. Yun shook her head, and felt a great pressure from it at this moment. Ha ha ha. The power of holy flame has been temporarily suppressed, it's up to you how to deal with it. The evil spiders clapped their hands, and there was an eerie biting sound in the entire hall, and snakes, insects, rats and ants were dormant in the void like greedy creatures, waiting for the order of the evil spiders, and they would launch a thorough attack. Why do you want to help Ju and abuse him? Xiao Yang narrowed his eyes slightly, feeling the extremely pure and delicate body of a woman in front of him, and asked. Most of the pure hearts in the past were made from the hearts and souls of pure women, but today's pure hearts are actually led by women. It is no wonder that such a powerful pure power will temporarily suppress the holy flame. The power of the holy flame can be learned from the world, but the power of the pure heart seems to be born to specifically limit the holy flame, and it is not unreasonable to restrain all things. You were used by them. But it's all right, I'll take revenge for you. Xiao Yang's heart was touched, and he subconsciously understood the trembling of pure heart's body. Do you think that without the holy flame, you still have the strength to contend with this seat? The pure heart temporarily suppressed the power of Xiao Yang's holy flame, and the evil spider said lightly. The cold and ruthless voice revealed a cruel meaning. Why do you think I only have the power of fire attribute? Xiao Yang heard the words, gently waved his pure body, and easily absorbed the source of holy flame into his soul realm. The power of holy flame has been unable to be used in a short period of time. Grumble. Xiao Yang's voice just finished speaking, and suddenly there were muffled thunder sounds resounding through the sky in the entire hall. What the asterisk are you doing? At this moment, I felt these grey thunders that contained some kind of strong power, and the eyes of the evil spider and demon became solemn for the first time. "My lord, the power in this thunder is a bit strange." At the same time, two red king-rank powerhouses rushed into the hall in an instant, entrenched behind the evil spider. The power of holy flame on Xiao Yan was completely suppressed, but such a calm and self-satisfied expression made them both feel a little weird. In the information of the evil clan outside the territory, this Xiao Yang is only the lord of the endless fire domain, the descendant of Xiao Yang, the powerhouse who controls several holy flame. How can you suddenly have the power of the thunder attribute? Go. Intercept him here first. The evil spider demon spider's heart throbbed suddenly, and it seemed to smell a truly frightening aura from the grey thunder that Xiao Yang had summoned. Demonic light surged in his eyes, his palms slowly lifted, and endless evil poisonous aura permeated out. The two forces of evil power and venom are intertwined, and just after spreading, the walls in the entire hall trembled slightly, and cracks and shattered traces appeared one after another. And Yun Yun and Mu Yingying stepped forward, slightly turned out to intercept the two red king-rank powerhouses. In the face of such a terrifying attack from the evil spider, Xiao Yang stood quietly on the ground. His expression did not waver, but after that, Xiao Yang's eyes suddenly filled with a deep meaning. In the abyss, accompanied by the sound of thunder, and a touch of grey thunder that could almost be ignored, filled Xiao Yang's eyes. The grey thunder, like a bleak firefly's brilliance, is dim, but in the eyes of the evil spider, it has set off a monstrous wave. As if in the faint grey thunder, the latter truly felt a wave of death originating from it. The power of this grey thunder is actually more tyrannical than the 7 holy flame powers on Xiao Yang. This video will end here.